Madagascar, a world apart, a living experiment in nature's imagination. This is the island where evolution took a twist, where life broke its own rules, where the familiar became strange, and where isolation sculpted miracles in silence. 88 million years ago, a fragment of Africa broke away. It drifted eastward into the Indian Ocean. Alone, it began to dream differently, cut off from the mainland. Life here took a new path. Species changed, adapted, and became something the Earth had never seen before. This is not just an island. It is a story still being written. A story of solitude, survival, and transformation. In the west, the air shimmers with heat, the sky burns white, and the land turns red beneath the hammer of the sun. Here rise the Baobabs, the giants of Madagascar. Their trunks swell like water jars. Their branches twist toward the sky like roots turned upside down. To the human eye, they seem inverted. To nature, they are perfect. Long ago, this was not a road. It was a forest, a living cathedral of green that covered western Madagascar. But then humans came. They cut the trees for farmland and fire. The Baobabs were spared. People feared them, worshipped them, and left them standing like guardians of the past. To the locals, these trees were the homes of spirits. To harm them was to offend the ancestors, and so they survived. Now, they stand alone, living monuments in a graveyard of vanished forest. The Baobabs are more than trees. They are witnesses. They remember everything this island has endured. Beyond them, the land fractures. The red soil becomes gray stone. The horizon turns sharp, and the earth itself seems to rise in teeth. This is the Tsingy de Bemaraha, the stone forest. A place that looks carved by the gods. Limestone spikes rise 70 meters high, each one sharper than glass. Together, they form a labyrinth so vast and dangerous that even GPS fails to understand it. From above, the Tsingy looks like a frozen ocean. From below, it feels like a maze built by time itself. Every path cuts between stone blades. Every bridge sways above endless chasms. Here, even air seems cautious. Long ago, villagers never came here. They said spirits guarded these towers. They called it a cursed land. For centuries, the Tsingy remained untouched, a place too dangerous, too sacred, too alive. Only in recent times have rope bridges and narrow paths been built. Now, travelers walk where spirits once ruled. This forest of stone was once coral reef. It rose from the sea when tectonic plates collided. Rain and wind carved the rest. Centuries of patience shaping this wilderness of knives. Yet even here, life found a way. Lemurs leap from rock to rock with astonishing grace. Geckos the size of your thumb vanish against the limestone. Orchids bloom from cracks no wider than a coin. This is not chaos. This is creativity. Evolution turned isolation into invention. Further south, the world changes again. The rock grows smoother. The cliffs turn silver under morning light. This is Andringitra National Park. It is the roof of Madagascar, a world of granite peaks and deep valleys. At sunrise, mist drifts between mountains like slow-moving rivers. The air is sharp, pure, and thin. Every sound carries for miles. These peaks are ancient, 2 billion years old. They existed before the Himalayas, before the Alps, before human time. They are the bones of the earth laid bare. Here, everything moves in silence. Eagles circle. Rivers carve through the granite. Wind whispers through endless grass. Standing here, you feel small, beautifully, humbly small. But where the mountain ends, the forest begins again. And in that forest, life sings. The lemurs appear like ghosts of sunlight. They are the heartbeat of Madagascar. Over 100 species, each one found nowhere else on Earth. The ring-tailed lemur is the most familiar. Its tail waves like a flag of mischief. At dawn, they sit together facing the sun, arms open, eyes half closed, fur glowing gold. It looks like prayer. It is science, warming their bodies after the cold night. Nearby, the Sifakas move like dancers. They leap sideways across the sand, arms raised as if performing for the sky. Their legs are made for trees, not ground, so they adapted. They turned walking into a sideways ballet. The bamboo lemurs twitch and fidget among the reeds. They eat bamboo laced with cyanide, enough poison to kill a human 100 times over, yet they thrive. Their bodies have evolved to resist what others cannot. They turned poison into food. They turned danger into survival. High in the forest canopy, the red-ruffed lemurs rest on branches. Their fur burns with color, deep crimson and black. They lie still, basking in sunlight, their eyes half closed in eternal calm. And then, the Indri, the largest lemur of them all. It does not leap far. It does not travel much. But its voice carries for miles. The Indri sings. Its cry echoes through valleys and ridges, low, haunting, and almost human. It sounds like grief and memory tangled into song. When the Indri calls, even the forest holds its breath. These lemurs carry 60 million years of evolution. Each one a separate thread in Madagascar's living tapestry. They are what happens when isolation becomes inspiration, but their future trembles. Deforestation has taken more than forests. It has taken home. Nearly 90% of lemur species now face extinction. Silence threatens to replace their song. Travel farther south, and the world changes once more. This is Isalo National Park, the desert heart of Madagascar, a land shaped by wind, rain, and centuries of erosion. Sandstone cliffs rise like the ruins of forgotten temples. Canyons stretch for miles, glowing amber in the afternoon light. At the park's center stands the Fenêtre de l'Isalo, the window of Isalo. A natural arch carved perfectly through stone. As the sun sets behind it, light pours through like molten fire. But when darkness comes, the strange return. The night belongs to creatures of myth. The Aye-Aye prowls through the forest. It moves silently along the branches. Its enormous eyes shine like mirrors. Its long skeletal finger taps against bark, listening for hollow sounds beneath. To the first settlers, the Aye-Aye was a demon. To science, it is perfection. It is proof that imagination exists in nature, that the bizarre can be beautiful. But even in this strange paradise, predators roam. Where there is abundance, there must be balance. The fossa provides it. The fossa is neither cat nor dog. It is something older, something unique to Madagascar's evolutionary path. It hunts lemurs through the trees with acrobatic precision. It is the island's hidden law of nature made flesh. In a land without lions or leopards, the fossa became the king, a shadow among the leaves, the silent guardian of equilibrium. When morning comes, the light softens again. The land glows red under the rising sun, and across the plains another kind of monument appears, the Mahapali tombs. They rise from the earth like altars, built from coral rock and crowned with carved zebu horns. Each horn marks a sacrifice, each stone marks a story. For the Malagasy, death is not an end. It is a passage. The ancestors are still here. The tombs fade with the seasons. Rain smooths the carvings, dust buries the bases, until they seem part of the land itself. Here, life and death are not opposites. They are partners. They are two breaths in the same wind. Beyond these tombs, the villages begin again. Fields of rice shimmer under the sun. Children run through the dust, laughing. Carts creak along red roads. And smoke from cooking fires rises like small clouds. Life here is simple, but never small. It moves with rhythm and patience. Each season tells its own story. People plant when the rain comes. They harvest when the earth allows. Time flows in circles, not in lines. There is hardship here, but there is also grace. To live in Madagascar is to listen to the earth, to know when to act and when to wait, to respect both the living and the unseen. As the sun sets again, the baobabs turn black against the fire of dusk. The sky fills with gold and ash. The air cools. The island sighs. Madagascar is not just land. It is a dream that never ended. It is a reminder that evolution does not always move forward. Sometimes it turns sideways. Sometimes it takes a twist. Here, creation learned patience. Here, time learned artistry. Here, life discovered how to become strange and beautiful all at once. This is Madagascar, where evolution took a twist, a place where the earth paused, reflected, and decided to reinvent itself. And though this journey began in the ancient West, among baobabs, stone forests, and whispering lemurs, the island's story stretches far beyond. Northward lie new worlds, highlands, crater lakes, coral reefs, and the pulse of human hope. But that is where our next path begins. For now, we remain here, in the fading light, listening to an island that still remembers how to dream. The journey continues north. This is the highland heart of Madagascar, a world carved by rivers and time. Here, the mountains breathe mist each morning. Here, villages rest on ridges like tiny kingdoms surrounded by clouds. The road curves endlessly. Red earth turns to amber hills. Each turn reveals another valley, another field, a backbone of granite and clay. The soil glows deep crimson. Even the rain leaves red trails as it runs downhill. Life here is both fragile and strong. Farmers carve terraces into the hillsides with patient hands. Each step of land holds water, rice, and hope. These terraces shimmer under the sun, silver when flooded, emerald when growing, and golden when ready to harvest. From above, they look like stairways built for gods. Each terrace mirrors the sky. Each one carries the reflection of clouds, birds, and the breath of wind. In this place, the earth and humanity work together. Every grain of rice tells a story of endurance. Every harvest remembers the ancestors who first tamed the soil. Further along the highland roads, villages appear between the ridges. Their walls are made of mud and straw. Their roofs are thatched with grass that sways in the wind. Here, life is slow, but it is never still. Every sound matters. The call of a rooster, the rustle of bamboo, the rhythm of footsteps on clay. In places like Ambalavao, the old crafts still live. They weave silk by hand from wild silkworms. They carve zebu horns into tools and ornaments. Each creation connects them to centuries of tradition. Madagascar's highlands are poor in wealth, but rich in wisdom. Here, survival is artistry. The road north winds higher. It passes through clouds and cold air. The landscape changes again. Forests thicken. Rivers grow wider, and the horizon begins to shimmer with light. At last, the road leads to Antananarivo, the capital, the city of 1,000 hills. From above, the city looks like a tapestry of color. Rust-red rooftops spread across green ridges. Narrow streets wind like veins between old stone walls. Markets fill every corner with noise and motion. The scent of fruit, spice, and smoke drifts through the air. Antananarivo is chaos and rhythm combined. More than 2 million people live here, stacked across the hills in layers of history. It is the heart of the nation. A pulse that beats despite hardship, despite distance, despite time. Once, this was the seat of kings and queens. The Rova Palace still stands on the highest hill, its stones darkened by centuries of fire and renewal. From here, the royal families ruled the island. Today, it stands as a monument to memory, a bridge between the old world and the new. But the spirit of creation has not vanished. In the highland waters near Lake Mantasoa, Madagascar now breeds sturgeon, a fish imported from Russia. From these waters comes something unexpected. Africa's first caviar, luxury born from isolation. Proof that even in the world's poorest lands, impossible dreams can take root. Madagascar has always made something out of nothing. It always finds a way to transform limitation into wonder. Leave the capital behind and the silence returns. Roads turn narrow again. They twist between terraced fields and volcanic lakes. Every curve feels like a secret being revealed. At the edge of the highlands lies Lake Tritriva, a volcanic crater filled with dark water. It rests inside an extinct volcano, its surface perfectly still. The locals say it is haunted. They say the spirits of forbidden lovers live beneath the waves. When storms come, the lake darkens almost black. Nearby, another crater holds Lake Idisi, its water bright and calm. Fishermen glide across it in wooden canoes. The smell of reeds and volcanic ash hangs in the air. Hot springs bubble at its edges, whispering steam into the cool wind. These lakes are the island's eyes, watching the sky, reflecting time. As you move farther, the highlands begin to open. Grasslands stretch endlessly toward the horizon. In the distance, geysers rise like smoke from the ground. This is Antananarivo, a place where the earth still breathes fire. Around the geysers, quad bikes trace dusty trails through the hills. Travelers come to ride, to feel the wind, to chase horizons. Even here, adventure lives beside tradition. The ancient and the modern share the same dust. Beyond the highlands, the road begins to descend. It leads toward the sea, toward another face of Madagascar. The smell of salt returns. Palms replace pines. The horizon turns blue. This is the western coast, where the land finally meets the Indian Ocean. At Sakalava Bay, wind and water collide in endless rhythm. The waves curl like ribbons of glass. The air hums with motion. Here, the ocean is a playground. Kitesurfers race across the water. Windsurfers dance along the waves. They move with the same trade winds that once carried the first settlers to these shores. Each gust of wind is history repeating itself. The beaches here are pale gold. The sea is turquoise. The light is so bright it feels unreal. Yet beneath that beauty lies age. Ancient coral, volcanic rock, and shells polished by centuries of tide. At night, the ocean slows. Tides fall. And along the beaches, the oldest travelers on Earth appear. Tortoises, massive, ancient, patient. Some are over 150 years old. They have seen empires fall and generations fade. Their shells hold time itself. Each step they take feels like memory moving through sand. To watch a tortoise crawl across the shore is to understand stillness. It is to see life unhurried, steady, certain. Below the surface, a different world begins. Coral reefs explode in impossible color. Fish move through the water like living jewels. Purple, gold, blue, silver. The hues change faster than thought. Half of Madagascar's marine life exists nowhere else on Earth. Here, evolution continues in silence. Every coral, every fish, every tiny creature is a fragment of creation's imagination. Divers descend through this world of color and shadow. They move through forests of coral that took centuries to grow. Every inch of reef holds stories older than civilization. It is a museum built by the ocean itself. To swim here is to enter a dream without gravity. You forget sound, you forget time. You only see motion, slow, endless, beautiful motion. Scattered along the coast are islands like jewels scattered by a careless god. Nosy Bay rises green from the sea. Nosy Tsingy curls in a perfect crescent, its sand white as bone. Palm trees sway above turquoise lagoons. Seabirds wheel in wide arcs against the sky. Each island is a small universe. Each one feels untouched, as if time simply forgot to visit. Local fishermen still travel between them in wooden pirogues. Narrow canoes carved from single trunks. Their sails are stitched from fabric and hope. They follow the same ocean paths their ancestors sailed 1,000 years ago. The ocean has always been their road, their field, their faith, and every year something magnificent returns. The humpback whales. They journey 8,000 kilometers from Antarctica to Madagascar's warm waters. They come to give birth, to teach their calves to breathe, to begin new generations in ancient seas. Their songs echo through the deep, low, long, haunting. You can feel them through the water more than hear them. They sound like the heartbeat of the earth itself. When they breach, the ocean explodes. 50 tons of life rises into air, hangs weightless, then crashes back into eternity. Foam and sunlight mix in one impossible moment of grace. For thousands of years, they have followed the same route. They leave the frozen south and travel across the Indian Ocean, guided by instinct older than continents. They know these waters. They trust them, and so they return, always. But just beyond Madagascar, the story continues. Across the narrow channel lie the Comoros Islands, young lands born from volcanic fire. They rise from the sea like the Earth's newest thoughts. Where Madagascar's wisdom was shaped by time, the Comoros are still being written. Volcanoes sleep lightly beneath green slopes. Lava fields mix with meadows. Black sand beaches shimmer beside turquoise bays. On Grand Comore, the volcano Mount Karthala dominates the horizon. Its caldera stretches 4 kilometers wide, a vast wound in the Earth's surface. It is one of the largest active volcanoes in the world. Every few decades, it erupts again, rewriting the land in fire and ash. Standing before Karthala is to see creation in progress. You can smell sulfur. You can feel heat through the soles of your feet. You can watch steam drift from cracks in the earth. Where Madagascar spent 88 million years in isolation, the Comoros are brand new. Here, the world is still young enough to change overnight. They give birth to new land, new soil, new possibilities. Our journey began with separation. A fragment of Africa drifting into the sea. We traveled through stone forests, ancient baobabs, and forests filled with song. We crossed deserts, mountains, and oceans of color. And now we stand here, between fire and tide, between the beginning and the still becoming. Madagascar taught us that isolation can create beauty. The island that drifted away gave us wonder. The islands still rising give us hope. And somewhere between them, the ocean holds its breath, waiting for the next chapter of creation to begin. The baobab still drinks from the sky. The lemur still sings to the dawn. The fossa still moves through shadows. And the ocean still cradles the world's oldest travelers. Here, evolution is not a past event. It is a present act, a quiet, eternal act of becoming. Madagascar, the island where evolution took a twist, where the earth slowed down, looked inward, and began again. And as the last light fades beyond the Indian Ocean, the island exhales. The waves breathe against the shore, and the story, like life itself, continues.